What is up folks, Jack here with another video. So, I know, videos have been late as for late, which is redundant, I know, but I am currently preparing for finals, which is why I need to prioritize a little bit. So yeah, but as for now we are about 1.5 weeks away from E3, or at least past E3 should I say. Which was actually pretty good, because we had a showcase of a lot of amazing games and some future technology that we are all going to enjoy. And of course, Cyberpunk 2077 totally won everything. And we got a release date, and Keanu Reeves. CD Projekt Red can do no wrong.
Wait for it!
But apparently they can. They apparently can, because there seems to be an outrage that is, to me, quite outrageous, because it doesn't make sense at all. But because this is the internet, you know, we need to talk about this. So yeah, let's strap in and let's just jump straight into it.
Okay, it's happening! Everybody stay calm! What's the procedure, everyone?
So first and foremost, let me kick off with this. People are never going to be satisfied. No matter what you do, no matter how much effort you put into making something just correctly, making it flawless, there's always going to be that one a-hole who comes to ruin everything. It's kind of like the YouTube comments. Like, I enjoy each and every one of you commenting on my content, giving me some positive feedback, helping me to improve what I do. But there's always that one dude who comes with, dude or gal, don't mean to exclude anyone, but there's always that one individual who always makes that one negative comment, and that is usually what you focus on. And that is something that is just taking out of nowhere, that makes no sense and has no validity to what actually is being done or produced. And that's one of the similar cases, at least, that I would like to compare to this, because what is sparking this outrage is totally unfounded.
Let the hate flow through you.
This stems from an article from the 12th of this month, of June, where a channel, or let's say a company that I actually quite respect, Rock Paper Shotgun, which I'm actually subscribed to, so it was quite an oddity to see them actually produce something like that. They wrote an article regarding Cyberpunk 2077. And now said article was titled Cyberpunk 2077's E3 demo has weak gameplay, or gunplay, excuse me, and unimaginative stereotypes. The stereotype part is essentially what I like to focus here, because Cyberpunk 2077 is an RPG. That's the staple of it all. That's what the game is. It's not meant to be a shooter. Shooter mechanics are involved in the same fashion that The Witcher 3 is as much of a Monster Hunter experience as it is telling The Witcher's story. We focus a lot on the narrative storytelling, and fighting mechanics are there as, I wouldn't say extra, because they are very, there's a lot of depth to it, especially with the DLCs, but yeah, you know what I mean, it's kind of extra added into it. Now, this diversity thing, or rather should I say unimaginative stereotypes as they put it, stem from mainly the 50-minute gameplay that the writer here was fortunate enough to attend, which I'm totally jealous of. But a lot of things ticked him off in the wrong way. Mainly that there was a poster depicting an individual whom a lot of people on the internet now, who I like to designate as SJW, because yes, that's what they are. I'm finally willing to use that term as it is meant to be used. They seem to be outraged about this, as the poster is somewhat exploitative in nature. And it depicts, of course, a trans individual, no surprise there, with a phallic object. It's a dick. It's a dick. I'm a small channel, YouTube, watch me, do your stuff. But yeah, said individual is of course put there, and it is a corporate art. Yeah, publicity for a drink, mix it up. Even though the art director at CD Projekt Red, Kasia Redisiuk, I hope that I pronounced that correctly, did come forth and explain how the advert is meant to depict the corporation's view on the human body. Now, people are saying that, oh, CD Projekt Red, oh, it's the worst company ever. CD Projekt Red, she really should be taking a stand, and this is just rubbing people in the wrong way. And they are all taking offense, with the writer wanting CD Projekt Red to have clear stand on how they portray the individual on the poster, or billboard, what have you. And of course, since this is the internet, some social justice warriors decided to take this as facts, siding with this man's article, creating even more outrage and slamming CD Projekt Red for quite unfounded reasons. Now, what ticks me off first and foremost is that this is a very surface level analysis of a 50-minute gameplay, similarly to what we got previously some month ago with 45 minutes. But I mean, holy shit, it's so annoying. I cannot wrap my brain around this, because whomever is getting outraged about this need to
stop it. Get some help.
They need to get some help. They need to get educated about the cyberpunk genre. Well, because this is a literary and cinematic art form that has dealt with the concept of transhumanism way before it was on your list of hot topic items to be outraged about. From Philip K. Dick's to Android Dream of Electric Sheep's influence on the view of man vs. machine in Blade Runner, the asexuality of Makoto Kusanagi from Ghost in the Shell, who just in the intro of the film is naked. So nudity is definitely one of the huge, that's doing a fucking Donald Trump impression, a huge staple of the cyberpunk genre. Or speaking of asexuality, you have of course Trinity from The Matrix, who is actually supposed to be a man. Yeah, look it up, it's a thing. I mean, the Wachowskis. Or even for some recent entries like the Altered Carbon Netflix show, where the bodies or sleeves you wear isn't important anymore. It's just a commodity. It gets utilized by the people who are in power, or what have you. Or in the very world of video games, you have the Deus Ex universe in Mankind Divided, where they are depicting some mechanical apartheid, where the non-augmented are segregated with the Urgs. Or is it the other way around? Well, it doesn't matter. The crux of it all is that the cyberpunk genre is meant to be dark. It's meant to be nasty. For underneath the neon-layered cities lies beast raging beneath the framework, and all are aiming to make it big, or just get through to tomorrow. All the while corporations are taking over and just pushing whatever they want on the public. So arts like this should not be surprising at all, and especially it sparking outrage should not even be a bloody thing. It really shouldn't. And for said writer who wrote this article, he clearly did not do any research about CD Projekt Red before, because they have clearly made the stand regarding how it is that they handle nudity. Because if you remember in 2018 when the gameplay footage was showcased, there were areas that they actually needed to cover. And during an interview with Polygon, Adam Badowski did state why it was that they didn't actually cover some part of the nudity, saying that we covered this part for one reason. Because during the presentation, we don't want people to focus on and think about these things and laugh. It's normal, nudity makes it more believable. That's why we want to have it. There's nothing special in it. And, Jesus, again, if I may bring back my thought of the Altered Carbon or even Ghost in the Shell, which he actually made a callback to. When you are augmented, nudity really doesn't matter to you anymore. Think of something like Deus Ex, which, because we're talking about the world of gaming, is something that has played on nudity on many occasions. In the intro sequence, after the whole blast of Adam Jensen that Adam Jensen finds himself involved in, you see him taking a bath, walking like half naked. Sure, we don't get to see his genitalia, but who would have wanted to see a robot dick? But that's not Hideo Montreal's deal. They are not dealing with that, they are dealing with the concept of apartheid. They are not playing full on what a society that is affected by what the cyber and punk genre should be about. But hell, they still have areas filled with prostitution, like the good old street of Prague.
Finally a real man.
Now, this is just one individual who is getting mad at the fact that not only some idiots do not understand the concept of the cyberpunk genre, but of course the fact that diversity is an issue in this. It doesn't make sense. This is a point where race, skin color, whatever have you, doesn't matter. What people just want is to get fucking augmented. People want to play video games. They don't fucking care about your culture. Please, just stop. And there's also the fact that you, yes, I'm talking directly to you, Mr. Journalist, as a journalist whom is supposed to be very critical in his work, will be judging a product from only seeing something for 50 minutes. A game that by CDPR's track record with something especially like The Witcher 3, which required hundreds of hours in order for you to get fully immersed into the experience, could never justify these accusations. But no, people are still going to get offended. I need a bloody Sarkeesian. Oh shit, almost had a heart attack there just saying that name. But she of course wanted to get involved, telling CD Projekt Red that, oh please, I think that you need to hire me or get me on board because, you know, as I see the situation, this might turn into an unwanted turn of, I don't even remember what she said. I don't care. I don't care what she says. That's pretty much why. But what I love, even more than just a representative of CD Projekt Red talking, is that the main man himself, Mike Pondsmith, replied to quite the insult that he got. First, for the accusation or attack on his work of art, which none of these have any right whatsoever to tell him how to handle. Second, to telling him, as a black man, what he should be offended by. I mean, dude got called Uncle Tom. Now, I don't know if... I'm not American, but this is something that I actually know because I've been called this before because I made some videos regarding concept of diversity which were unjustified on my channel. So, of course, you know, some SJWs, not just black but also white people, will come and call me Uncle Tom. So for those of you who do not know this, this is quite a serious offense if you're a black person. It's essentially being called a traitor. To what allegiance, I don't know. People are fucking weird. But Mike made one of the greatest response after his work and that of so many who have invested hours in and days in and out on by saying this. Want to say this just once. I really am tired of all well-meaning people on the internet. Chatboards paternalistically telling me what I, as a black person, should be offended by. Fuck yeah, thank you. Now, you want to be my ally? Go gird up your loins. And at this year's Thanksgiving dinner, have the nerve to tell your racist Uncle Bob to shut the fuck up for a change. Oh! These people really need to pull their shit together. Like, you have a bunch of folks who are most likely never going to be playing the game. Some chick who's totally irrelevant wants to come back in the picture. Someone who was consulted to work, who at least wanted to get on board working on Anthem. Anthem! Get the fuck out of here, man. But like, this situation is part hilarious, part irritating, and just full stupid. It's fucking dumb. But guys, this is just me blabbering about Cyberpunk and just my reaction to reading this whole thing. So I was a bit reluctant on making this video because, one, I don't like partaking in the Outrage thing, but this is a game that I'm very much looking forward to. I love the Cyberpunk genre. If any of you know me personally or follow me on Instagram, for that sake, I don't just do training videos. I constantly post things that are related to that very thing. And superheroes. Those are my 2 points of nerddom. But, yeah, what is your thought on this entire situation? Please let me know in the comment section below. And if you have any recommendation, any topics that you want me to discuss about, let me know down there as well. So if you guys like the video, you know what to do. Give the video a like. If you didn't, give it a dislike. I like some fair criticism, unlike some out there. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Wake the fuck up, samurai. We have a city to burn.